everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a bit more of a speculative one based on a Datamined shared by DBD on Twitter. So make sure to check them out and show them your support. But without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. As you are currently hearing in the background, this is a Datamined lobby track expected to drop within the next update, likely before the FNAF chapter. Let's give it a quick listen. This track stands out compared to anything we've had in Dead by Daylight so far. DBD speculates that it's tied to a cosmetic or a cosmetic collection coming soon. He also states that it should feature at least one legendary skin arriving to the game within this update, and by this update, he meant the Steady Pulse mid-chapter. The community has been theorizing a lot, but one of the strongest theories is that this could be a Witcher collaboration collection. Which might sound far-fetched at first, but it's not as unlikely as it first seems. First off, Dead by Daylight has been branching out into more horror-adjacent territory, with D&D, Castlevania, Tokyo Ghoul, and even Lara Croft. The Witcher would fit in that mold perfectly. Second, the Witcher license was included in the most recent Satisfaction survey, alongside Tokyo Ghoul and Junji Ito, both of which have actually now been added to the game in some form. And since Junji Ito was added as a cosmetic collection and it was on the survey, it leads me to believe that The Witcher could arrive the same way. However, there's also another solid theory that it might be an Egyptian-themed collection similar to the Greek legend set that we currently have. Some fans believe this based on the music's instrumentation, which could be interpreted as having Egyptian influences in some sort. Feel free to correct me down below in the comments. I'm no expert in music or Egyptian culture. Another theory is that the music is tied to the winning skin from the Boulay Brothers Dragula competition Asia Consent. While it is possible, and the skin should be coming eventually, it's been almost 6 months, I personally don't feel that this music fits that skin's aesthetic. So what collection could this be? Personally, I'm leaning more toward a Witcher collab for two main reasons. First one is the music. While not being a direct copy of any Witcher track in of itself, it definitely gives off those Witcher vibes, because the first time I heard it, the first thing I thought of was Witcher. And I think it's enough to serve as a thematic track. Second, its presence on the Satisfaction survey alongside other confirmed collaborations, specifically Junji Ito, makes it a strong contender for a cosmetic collection. Of course, take everything here with a grain of salt, as there's nothing confirmed until Behavior makes an official announcement themselves. They might even announce it in their 9th anniversary livestream happening this week on Friday. But who knows? But now, for the fun part, speculation. If we were to get a Dead by Daylight x Witcher collaboration collection, what skins might it include? Quick disclaimer, I am no Witcher expert by any means. I played The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt a bit for about 10 hours, so I have a basic understanding of the franchise, but Witcher fans, let me know how I did down below and what you'd add to a cosmetic collection such as this one. I imagine the scale will be similar to how the Junji Ito collection was. The Junji Ito collection featured 5 killer skins, 3 of which were legendary and 2 were very rare, and 3 survivor skins, all of which were very rare. I'd propose a slightly more balanced set of skins for a Witcher collection. 4 killer skins, 2 of which would be legendary or visceral rarity, and 2 very rare or ascended rarity killer skins, and then 4 survivor skins, all of which, in my opinion, should be legendary. And since we don't have any survivor representative of the actual franchise, they'd have to be legendary skins on original characters, similar to how Renato got a legendary skin for Tubero from Rainbow Six Siege. So I think Geralt would be a perfect legendary skin to put on Vittorio. His voice, scars, and the Witcher armor should all be there, obviously. Just make Geralt with his iconic voice actor. That would be awesome. Ciri, I think, should be a legendary skin for Sable. She just fits. Look at her. She would fit the silhouette perfectly. Yennefer, this one was a lot harder. I couldn't really think of any survivor that would fit Yennefer, but the only one that I thought maybe could was Serena, so I think we could probably put it on her. And then for the Bard, Ace. Just Ace. Like, it's perfect. Like, just Ace. Put it on Ace. We could also see more characters across the series as well. If we ever wanted to go bigger, we could see like 6 or more survivor skins, similar to how the Attack on Titan collection was, but those would be the 4 I would feature in the collection for sure. For real killer skins, I am really liking these concepts. First up, we'd have a visceral Wild Hunt skin for the Knight. Aridin, or whatever his name is, would be the leader of the Wild Hunt, which would fit the Knight's design perfectly as the base Knight skin. But then the Knight's guards would be reskinned into Imlerith, Caranther, and Nithral. I have no idea if I pronounced those right. Somebody please tell me down below. The Mori could include any of the abilities they feature from the games, and I think there's an Ice Hound too. They could probably do that in the Mori as well. I think that would be super cool and unique. The second visceral skin would be Leshen for the Artist. Like, come on, this one just fits. Leshen controls creatures, Artist controls crows. It would be perfect. Even her hands fit. Like, it is just a perfect match made in heaven. Please, behavior. Add a Leshen skin for the Artist. But for the 2 very rare skins, I would have, or very rare / ascended skins, I would have Noonwraith, which is like a ghost enemy. I think I've encountered it a couple times. It looks sick. It would make an awesome nurse skin. And then Grave Hag, which, as the name implies, would be for the hag, obviously. I think these 2 would be perfect skins for their representative killers. If the collection wanted to go even further, the Caretaker could be a good skin for Legion with its stitched up face. However, I don't really know his abilities, so maybe he doesn't work. Let me know down below. But there's also several other Witcher monsters that could maybe make killer skins as well. The 2 visceral skins that I chose in particular, I think should have new Moris, sound effects, and in-game and lobby animations, just so it really feels like the characters. And while the other 2 skins for the Noonwraith and the Grave Hag would fit the Ascended rarity with a more detailed model and maybe some unique VFX or sound effects, but no new animations or Mori. Overall, this would be a massive win for both communities. Witcher fans would get to see their favorite characters in a new environment, and DBD players would get a richly detailed and thematic set of cosmetics. So that's my vision for Dead by Daylight X The Witcher. The music seems to support it, but hey, maybe it's an Egyptian collection or that Asian consent skin. Who knows? But I guess we'll see soon enough. The Rela paragraph dropped today, actually, so we should get confirmation within the next month or so. So let me know in the comments down below. Do you hope it's a Witcher collection? What do you think of my picks? If you think it is a Witcher collection, or do you think it's one of the other collections entirely? But that is it for this video, folks. I apologize for not being very consistent so far this year. However, I have been making tons of content in the background, and some of them are coming out very soon. So stay tuned for more of my content. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that YouTube crap. I've got tons of content dropping this week, including the FNAF chapter reveal, full recap and summary of the 9th anniversary broadcast, and if I can get to it, I'm also going to be sharing my thoughts on the Skull Merchant design preview. And I'll also be streaming my live reaction to the broadcast on Friday, May 9th. So come hang out if you want to hang out with me and watch the 9th anniversary broadcast. But that's all for today, folks, and until next time, I'll see you all in the fog.